As we've explored our own solar system, we've discovered amazing things. But all of these places have turned out to be much more challenging places to visit than we ever imagined. None of the planets in our solar system have the same atmosphere that we have here on Earth. Mars and Venus's atmospheres are mostly carbon dioxide, almost no oxygen. Jupiter, Saturn, and the other gas planets don't even have a solid place to land. There's no surface, just colorful swirling clouds of gas. Visiting these places ourselves in person wouldn't be impossible, but we'd have to take a lot of precautions. We'd need special suits to protect ourselves from intense heat or intense cold. We'd have to bring oxygen to breathe, and we'd have to make sure there's water. There's no place in our solar system quite like home. Earth is unique. But are there planets other than the ones going around our sun? Like planets somewhere else in our universe? Planets not in our solar system? This is something that people have wondered about for a long time. As we look up at the night sky, we see hundreds of stars. Through a telescope, we see even more, thousands upon thousands of stars, all around us in every direction. As we've learned more and more about these stars, we've come to realize that our sun itself is one of these stars. It just happens to be the star closest to us. If our star, the sun, has planets going around it, couldn't other stars too? It's tempting to think, well, just point a really big telescope at each star and look to see if there's planets. The problem is, it's just not that easy. Each star is so far away from us that even if there were planets going around it, even the biggest telescopes aren't big enough to directly see any planets going around another star. All of that changed, though, starting in the 1990s. A few scientists came up with some really clever ways to detect a planet going around another star without actually seeing it. Now, the details of these techniques they use are complicated. It doesn't matter too much. But if you're curious, one method they use involves carefully measuring a star's brightness, and then noticing if the star's brightness dims ever so slightly. Basically, an eclipse. By using this and other techniques, scientists have been able to actually discover the first planets orbiting stars other than our sun, what we call exoplanets, planets that are outside our own solar system. At first, these techniques only worked for finding really huge planets around other stars, planets as big or bigger than Jupiter. But over time, as the technology has gotten better, scientists have discovered smaller planets too, ones that are Earth-sized. We've now realized that there are entire solar systems of other planets going around all kinds of stars. As of 2018, more than 4,000 exoplanets have now been discovered. And what's most exciting of all, dozens of these planets are a similar size and maybe even similar temperature as the Earth. What kinds of things will we find if we visit these planets? Alien life? Even if it's not intelligent aliens, could there be alien plants? Alien animals? And what if some of these planets were even places that we ourselves could live? Given that there are so many of these exoplanets being discovered, how should we decide which planets are the best choice to visit first? What do you think?